Hi guys, and welcome back to another vlog. And for all my followers from the beginning, will probably know where I am. You can just see it, I think, down there. I know you can't quite see it. Just down there is Kelly Hall Tarn, and over in the distance there is Coniston Water. And as you can see over my shoulder, we haven't got Mrs. C out with us. We've got Gary.
Hi.
He was with us at the beginning.
Yes.
And we've just turned up, and look, we've got snow on the ground. How bloody fantastic is that? When we left home this morning, it was rain and miserable and horrible. And I thought, oh well, we're going to do this vlog no matter what, because 2 days time is exactly 1 year from when I first picked up the camera and started vlogging. And I'm going to put Gary on the other side because I can use my other hand better. Yeah, exactly a year in 2 days time. We were in this exact same spot. I had my iPhone in my hand. I was talking to my iPhone, and I said to Gary, I said, shall I start vlogging? And he said, why the hell not? Go for it. So yeah.
And I'd just like to say that I was started on the journey with Paul, and
a year later,
he was apprehensive, and I'm very proud of him to have got where he has today, because there's been.
Guess what happened then? Bloody battery again. I checked it last night, it was full up and it was dead within a few minutes. Anyway, carry on, sir.
I'll carry on. Right, yeah. Basically, yeah, me and Paul, well, Paul started out last year, this time last year, on his journey of vlogging, being apprehensive and not knowing, quite what he was going to let himself in for, but he's come here now today for the year as annual event. And I'd just like to say to you all, I enjoy watching his vlogs personally, and I'm sure you lot out there do as well. But he's come on leaps and bounds. And
what he's trying to say is put the word out there, guys. Put the word out there.
So once again, like and subscribe, and just carry on the journey with Paul.
Where'd you pick that up from? Like and subscribe.
And here's for another year.
It's for another year. Yeah. There is definitely, yeah.
Definitely.
That's so good of him, isn't it? Look, he's come out of his shell. Last year when you watched his video, he was a bumbling idiot. Now he's just an idiot.
Yeah. Cheers.
1,300 subscribers I've got now. Absolutely, oh God. Absolutely made up with all that. I was hoping to get 100 a year ago. 100 subscribers, that's all I wanted. And then before Christmas I got to 1,000. I wasn't going to do a big thing about it, but as I'm doing this annual vlog, and this is my first vlog of 2019 as well, there'll be a lot for me this year, all sorts of things, different adventures. I've got the Landscapephotography adventures now as well on Facebook, so yeah, lots of that coming up. Not so sure about photographs today. This is looking pretty grey, pretty bleak, pretty miserable, but you know me, I'll always get an image. No matter what happens, I'll get something. I've also done a video, I'll put the link up anyway for last year's, the first one, and check out the next link that's going to pop up in the corner, whichever corner it comes up in, for my wild camp. I did my first wild camp last year as well, and that was on this same place and this same hill, and it was a fantastic evening with an awesome sunrise. So yeah, check that one out as well. But yeah, let's carry on. Let's shut up for a minute and give you a break. Go and get your kettle on, get some popcorn ready. I'll show you a few images from last year, and I'll be back in a bit when I've got a composition set up, or at least if I find a composition. But you never know what happens when the sun does come up. So I'll catch you in a bit. It's difficult at the moment to find anything that's worth having, but both me and Gary are just talking. We're here, and behind us, you can't see very well on the camera like that, sky's blowing out, but that bit of the mountain seems to be glowing at the moment. It's just been brighter than all the rest, and I quite like it. And I like the fact it's very grey, very minimal, and going all the way down the Coniston water. And I've come back to this tree. If I can manage it, do a complete sweep panoramic. It's very moody, it's very atmospheric. The sky's dead grey above it, and you've got a light patch in the middle, then you've got the lake, and then you've got this nice snowy strip below. It's a keepsake to say that we've come back a year later, and this is the same conditions or similar conditions apart from the wind. It might all change in half an hour, you never know, or an hour's time. But we're here, get the camera set up, get this tree in, try and do a panoramic sweep if I can, and if not, get one up that way and one down that way. Camera's out, composition set up, dead easy, dead simple. There's nothing fancy about this image whatsoever. I've used the tree, if you can see that there. I've used the tree in the bottom thirds. I've got the Coniston water leading in from the bottom left up to the right thirds on the right hand side, and then I've got the mountain on the top thirds on the left hand side as well. So the snow-capped mountains, a bit of snow in the foreground. There is actually a little pathway that leads you right the way through the image as well. It's a dead simple, bed basic. We're just literally stood on the top here. Gary's behind me setting his tripod up now. He's just knocked his tripod over and fell on top of me. Trying to do me in, he is now, a year down the line. Let's turn my live view off, try and conserve my battery. I've already taken the shot, f11, so I've got a bit of depth of field. ISO 100 because I'm on the tripod. There's hardly any wind at all. So that's that image taken that way. I'm going to spin the camera around that way, take one down that way from over there. So I've got the tree in the foreground. And before I move, I'm going to do this panoramic sweep because I do just love the way that snow's just lit up there, and there's so much mood and atmosphere. Right, let me be quiet and get on taking photos. I've turned it over onto vertical now. Those that don't know what vertical is, horizontal, vertical. Horizontal, remember horizontal as in horizon line. Horizontal. Vertical as in not horizontal. I don't know how you remember vertical, just the opposite to horizontal. I've stuck the filter holder on, and I've tried to pull the histogram down a bit because the sky is quite bright, because snow's white, isn't it, and the sky is really bright, and over there is really bright. I've put a 0.6 soft grad on, a bit cold around my lips. I've just pushed it in, and it's just brought the histogram down from clipping from the right hand side. So your histogram's a little bit more centralised. Basically means all the information is being recorded on the sensor. So that's what I use the soft grad for. Literally just to pull it away from either end. You don't want to be too far in the blacks, but you can sort of get away with a bit of shadow detail. But you definitely don't want to be in the whites or in the right hand side of the histogram, because that will just blow out all the detail and it's gone. So yeah, just bring it down, a little bit of a soft grad, and you'll see the histogram move. That's enough about histograms. Yeah, then set up the panoramic. I've put it on here. I've got the camera, the tripod nice and level, so the spot's right in the centre. And I've showed you this before, my little lanyard, just to stop me from losing my filter holder. Yeah, pano head, and then just literally spin the camera around, all the way around, and take a photo all the way around. If it's level, if it's straight, it's still level there. The line in the back of the camera is telling me it's level. Everything seems pretty level all the way around. So if that's all level and it works, we should be all right, and it will stitch together. So let's bang these images off one at a time. In between each image, I'm going to set the camera up, leave it for a second, press the shutter, and then that way I should avoid all camera shake, and then I'm going to take each image as it goes round. So let's get this shot while there's still a bit of mood in the sky, and yeah, be done with it. Right, I've done my panoramic. I wasn't counting how many, but what I did do is I put my hand in front of the first one. So look at the information down below when I show the image. If it works, when I show the image, it's down there somewhere, that end, or possibly that end, it'll tell you how many images I took on the panoramic. It was quite a few because it's quite a long sweep all the way around. It stayed level, so hopefully it'll work. Gary said, should I do a HDR? So, well, that depends. HDR, if you haven't got any filters, you've got to shoot HDR. So you're shooting for your low lights, your mid tones, and your highlights. That's the reason you do a HDR. There's no other reason really to do it. And I said to him, if you put your filters on, you don't need to do a HDR. Hasn't got any filters. He's got 10 stop and a 6 stop, I think. He's just found his filter ring. He's going to set up a similar image, and I've just lent him my 6 stop soft grad, which is in his bag at the moment. There's your soft grad. Now I know that loads of people have done all this information thing. That's the reason it's a 6 stop soft grad, because you put it in front there and it takes a 0.6 of a stop down, and it goes from light to dark. Yeah. So you put your line roughly where your horizon line is between your lights and your darks, and that's what you use it for. And if you've got really bright water and a dark scenery above it, you can put it that way up. Okay, so that's what we use them for, and it's starting to drizzle. As you can see on there, I've got lots of water droplets. It's drizzling. I've got my cap on my lens now. Oh, nearly knocked the tripod over then. Yeah, look, he's there. He's bumbling away, trying to put his bits on.
It'll go on, it'll go on.
But he enjoys himself anyway. It's been a while since we've been out, as you all know. Mrs. C seems to have taken over the Gary slot, and yeah, Mrs. C's at home in bed. So, hi babe, you all right? Mrs. C, get out of bed. Come on. Yeah, so I'm going to lend him this. Set him up on an image like that. He knows his camera. He hasn't put that in properly at the bottom.
Sorry, I didn't know.
He knows his camera, but he's lacking on composition wise. So it's been a while since he's been out with me, but he likes to learn composition. So I'm no expert, but I'll have a go. Right, I'm going to sort him out with this before he drops his camera, and that'll be a great year to start. I am going to do a print giveaway, so stay with us. There's going to be a print giveaway for me 1,000 subs. I've also got a calendar donated from Simon Nicholson. He's been out on some of my group vlogs that you've seen, and we'll be seeing him in the lakes. So yeah, he's given me a calendar. I know we're nearly a month late, but if you want a calendar, it'd be a giveaway for that. So there's 2 prize giveaway, and yeah, all in all, not a bad morning so far. Chilly, damp, drizzly. Hey ho. Right, let's sort this guy out. Let's sort him out with his filter. Back in a bit. Right, we're going to have a bit of a move and take a walk over to Kelly Hall Tarn, the actual little tarn over here. It's only a small tarn, but it's ever so pretty. Like normal, it's a popular location for photographers, been shot to death. I don't think I've had my best image there yet, but I must admit the couple of times I've been here, I've got a couple of really nice images that are maybe slightly different to what other people have got. In particularly this one of the little tiny tree in front of the popular photograph tree from last year, which I really liked. And I got another one when I was with Denise on my wild camping, which is this one, and that's of the rock with the lily pads, and the lily pads leading you over to the commonly photographed tree. So yeah, I've got a couple of slightly different images. This is beautiful today. It's dead calm. It's cold. My fingers have gone quite cold. Yeah, I'm wearing gloves. You don't get to see that very often, but I'd like some of them. I think they're all talking about the velorettes at the moment. I'd like some of them velorettes. I'd like to give them a go. These have got the little finger things that come off, which is good for the camera. Oh, sorry about that. These are EOS gloves. The wife bought me these a couple of years ago, and I never really wore them. They're a little bit tight and a little bit snug. So yeah, I don't tend to wear them very often. But they're keeping my hands warm at the moment, or relatively warm, not warm enough. But I'd like to try them new Veloret ones, the proper photography gloves, and see what they're like. So anyway, for me print giveaway, how it's going to work is, like the 500 subscribers, this one's going to be whoever comments on this vlog will be entered in the draw. Any one print from any of my images that I've shown in any of my vlogs from the beginning, and yeah, that'll be yours. So you just got to comment and I'll do a draw. I'll do the draw in February when we have the group meetup, and I'll get someone else to pick the numbers for you. So yeah, sorry if there's spots on this lens because it is drizzling, like I said. But yeah, so that's that one. The calendar. How can we do a draw for the calendar? Oof. Don't know. Let's have a think on that. We'll have 5 minutes think on it and I'll come back and let you know how you're going to win the calendar. Back in a bit. Right, I've just stopped here. I've just seen this little bit of water and I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, to show you what I'm looking at. This down here, this lovely bit of water. It splits off into a Y, but it takes you over to the trees and then the mountains in the background. And there's a lovely little tree down here, and I'm not sure I can get over here without getting pretty wet. I'll show you the tree and I'll show you after. A little tree there. Little tree there on the rock, so get down low and just shoot that with the hills behind it there as well, I think. So let me get my camera out, wipe the water off the lenses, and without trampling too much in the image, we'll see what we can make out of this lot. I've set up, I've changed the camera over to a vertical image. There's no movement in the water, so we're not worried about shutter speed. I'm at f11 still, just to give me a bit of depth of field, and we're just struggling with this horrible. It doesn't feel like it's raining, but I can feel it on my face. And as soon as I look at the camera and the tripod and you're covered in it. And it is, it's just spotty everywhere. It's just little spots of drizzle, and I keep wiping the lens and wiping the lens and wiping the lens. So I've got no idea. I mean, you've probably got more idea than me whether any of these are actually working. But I've wiped the lens and then try and cover it up a little bit with a lens cloth. Oh! Kick his tripod and then yeah, come around this side, whip it off and shoot the shot. I've got a filter in and we're using the 0.6 hard ND grad. The reason I've got a hard ND grad in is there's quite a firm line across the top there, so all I'm really trying to do is just keep that sky, because even on your screen now as you're looking at me, that sky there is really bright, even though from my eyes and my dark glasses it's bright grey. So yeah, I'm just trying to hold that down. So it's not white into white. I just want that grey sky. So yeah, I've got that. That's quite a simple shot. F11, ISO 100, and it was 0.6 of a second, I think it was, to get that. Yeah, it's quite nice. Leading line from the bottom left, taking you up through the image, and a little bit of snowy mountains in the background. Right, we've come up with an idea for the calendar as well. Between me and Gary, we've decided that I've forgotten. Oh yes. Oh God, I'm brain dead. Right, what I want you to do, and sorry about the water droplets, but what I want you to do, I want you to go onto Instagram, if you've got Instagram, or even Facebook, I think you can do it on there. Put on your favourite calendar shots, yeah? Tell me what month you'd have the calendar shot for. So if it's a snowy scene, maybe December or January, put on your calendar shots, hashtag them, Paul Compton PDphotography, and I'll put that down the bottom there. Hashtag Paul Compton PDphotography. Me and Denise and Simon, who's given me the calendar to give away, we will pick the winner. If it's not too late, we'll pick the winner in February. It's only a couple of weeks away. I know it means you've lost the first month of January, but we'll pick the winner in February when I do the other prize draw. It's his calendar, so I'll let him pick the image that he wants to win. So yeah, your best image, calendar image, tell me what month it would be for, and hashtag it, Paul Compton PDphotography. Good luck. Right, photo time. Just a little walk up from where we were just now. We're just looking at these trees, and the They are stunning. We've got guests as well. We've got some sheep coming to visit us. The other ones have gone up over there now. This one here is beautiful. They're just laid down, they're laid flat. It just goes to show the kind of wind and the kind of conditions that these trees have had to put up with. This is virtually laid flat on the floor, like the one over the other side that I took a photograph of. And there's one there just laid flat down. So they've obviously been blown over, but they're still alive. I like this one. I'm not quite sure where from, but I like the fact it's got the snow on the top. It's got this really dark, deep green moss underneath it, and there's still foliage on it, so it's still green. We've got this really moody atmospheric cloud base over there with the hillside and the forest in the background. And the leading, I think it'll work. I'm going to have to get the camera out, put the tripod up here, and just see if it works. I just love the snow on it and the green moss. Set my composition up. I'm taking the tree stump right at the bottom from the bottom right hand third. Sorry, not even the bottom right hand third, bottom right hand corner. And I'm going to try the filter I've already got on here, which is the 6 hard ND grad, just to tone that sky down. So we're going to focus on the tree branch because that's the piece I want the most sharpness. The sharpness dist. That's the bit I want sharpness dist. F11 again. I've been on F11 all morning. The histogram's saying it's not clipping either side, so at 1/4 of a second, it's not looking too bad. 2 second timer. It's alright. I quite like it myself. It leads across the diagonal, and the snow, just by its nature, looking on the back of the screen, the sort of snow's going that way. So yeah, there's a little bit of a mountainside in the background, so it's alright. I quite like that tree though. So even if these are just keepsakes for the momentum of the day out, I don't mind too much. So yeah, I think it's alright. So now I've got this from here, I can now move forward and have a look. Except I can't because Gary wants a shot from the same spot. He'll have to get his own tree, won't he? Go and play with that tree up there, you bugger. Kick him, he can't go over exactly the same photographs as me, can he? He is, he likes to. Normally he stood here. Way up, he nearly fell in the snow then. Yeah, go and play with that one. Similar sort of composition, stand behind it and use the lines. Yeah, that gets rid of him, doesn't it? Right, I'm going to move up closer. One more shot. No, a couple more shots. I've stopped. I've just taken an image over there, but the light here is lovely. It really is. It's just the tops of the hills, or the tops that you can actually see, are just glowing. They're almost like 3D effect, which is quite weird. They're just glowing. The light must be getting through a little bit. It must be thinner cloud base there. It just must be getting through. It's quite weird. It looks really, really nice. I'm going to get some more shots of this tree right over there in the distance. I've taken a wider one, a little bit back that way, with the pathway leading you all the way over through to the tree. But I just want to isolate that tree, so I want to be lower and shoot up to the tree, so the tree is actually isolating. It's all on its own. That's the plan. And there is a lake, if I can show you here, or a tarn. There's a tarn down here, which is really quite nice. So once we get down on that ledge there, I might take a shot shooting that way. Like I say, just a few record shots. It's just nice being out. My feet are freezing now, even with my nice warm socks on. The cold's getting through my feet. And look at the cloud here, it's really close, just coming over the top of the hill. So all in all, pretty good morning. I probably won't do a lot more from here. Might call it a day now and say thanks for watching. Again, appreciate all the subscribers, everybody in the last year. Thank you. It's been amazing. What a journey so far, and the journey is going to continue. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Please like and share. Leave your comments if you want to win the print. You've got to leave a comment below. It'll be drawn in February the 23rd, probably. I'll do the draw. And for the calendar, don't forget, if you want the calendar, you've got to put an image on Instagram or Facebook and hashtag it, preferably Instagram. Hashtag Paul Compton PDphotography. Okay? And we'll pick a winner between me and Simon. So yeah, thanks for watching. And from here, 1 year ago to now, 1 year in the future, ciao for now. Stop. Camera. Action. We could not come to Kelly Hall Tarn, without getting the camera out. So I know I've just said goodbye, and there he is. He's still with me. He hasn't fallen over or anything. Yeah, I've got to get the camera out just to get a shot of Kelly Hall Tarn. There's some ice across the lake. It's nothing amazing, but I do like the three little elements. You got one tree at the front there with a little island. You've got the little island just there. And then you've got the famous tree there with a little bit of reflection. So that's my composition. Tripod's out. I'm going to get the camera out. I'm going to take this image. I won't bore you talking you through it, but I'm just going to show you this one as the last image of the day. And again, thanks for watching. See you all next time. Ciao!